I'm back in, I'm back on. Stand up like backbone. I'm beast mode, I'm so strong. Go hard or go home. No stopping, I can't stop. I will not lose. I'ma always win. Now let the games begin now.
Thieves in complete control.
They need is Abbedagge caught out again by Hillisang. Whippo, will they go for the dive? Of course they will. It's Fnatic, they're looking to finish it. Abbedagge flying up to safety. Abbedagge looking to turn.
Oh my god!
Back on the Whippo. Back on the Whippo. Triple kill. Abbedagge, are you kidding me?
Oh my god!
Hey everyone, and welcome to the very first 100 Thieves LCS pre-show. Today we're going to be talking about several topics regarding the LCS, our new team, and much more. I'm joined by Papasmithy and Reapered to kick things off. I'm honestly excited to talk to the players more than anything, no offense to you guys. You know, we do have a new star, you know, we have some old and fresh faces here, but
we should go through them.
I think we should go through the players, so kick us off.
Sure, so in top lane, of course, the only player who is still with the same team since the start of franchising, we have the kind boy, Chano, or Ssumday, as of course you guys call him. In the jungle, it's Closer, and I'm sure you want to jump in with our new boy in the mid lane. So,
you know, we've had our fair share of mid laners in the past couple of years. We have Abbedagge in the mid lane. You know, happy to have him here. I'm just going to say it straight up. You know, if he doesn't make the cut, we still have another sub on duty. And
wait, you know somebody?
I do. Don't worry about that part. But either way, you know, welcome to the team, Abbedagge. We're all happy to have him. And we have FBI as our ADC. And Huhi as our support, you know, still robbed the Golden Guardians roster. I'm just going to say it. Still got the majority of them. And team's looking great. How are you guys feeling about the team?
I mean, yeah, they are looking great. They are played well so far. The first week gonna be like toughest week for sure. Because the two different teams are started like scrims like, what, 2 weeks before or 3 weeks before? Like they are ahead like 80 games again, more than us. And then like C9, obviously they went MSI, so they learned a lot from there, right? So first week gonna be like toughest week, but if we go through that, it's gonna be easier.
He's already got the humility there, but I'm sure the fans know. Reaper's made it to Worlds multiple times, championships wherever he's went, an MSI title no less. So,
Reapered has a lot of accolades on his belt. You know, he hasn't really gone through them. He's being very, very humble. You know, Chris is telling us the stories of him, but this guy, you know, has won multiple championships. He's going to make 100 Thieves into a championship team, and if he doesn't, you know, I'm not going to say it, you know. Nadeshot will say it for the team, but, you know, Reaper, you got a lot of pressure on your belt, I'm just saying.
I have no pressure, my buddy.
I'm glad to hear it. I'm glad to hear it. Has anything exciting happened during the break for any of the players? You know, I haven't done anything, but, you know, I think people want to hear from you guys.
I guess no. I guess it didn't happen, guys.
Felix?
Yeah.
Wait, what was the
Felix?
question? If anything exciting
Anything
happened.
exciting?
Yeah, something exciting happened. I joined 100 Thieves.
What about Huhi? I see you got some new hair going on.
Went to dye my hair. I don't know if that's anything exciting, but yeah, got my hair bleached.
Listen, Huhi, we got nothing else going on. Anything's exciting at this point, you know.
Talk about you coming to LA, man. You come to America for the first time in your life.
Yeah, that's exciting. So obviously I left my team around a month ago, and then I had to prepare everything to travel to LA, like all the documents and stuff, and then ready to explore LA. But I've been practicing a lot with the team, so I haven't had much time for that. But I'm excited to play at the LCS studio under our sponsors Chipotle and Grubhub.
Look at this guy. Look at this guy.
Look at that answer. He got prepped.
Go.
He was definitely prepped. I'll tell you that much. I'm excited to hear it, and I'm glad to hear it. There's going to be a lot of stuff to do, a lot of exploring to do, especially, you know, towards the end of the split, you know, when LA's a little more opened up. But for now, I'm glad to hear, you know, that the players are focused on scrims, and, you know, you guys did get started. So very excited to see week 1 of games very, very shortly. Let's talk a little bit more specifically with Abbedagge, since, you know, you are the newest face of the team. You know, you're brand new. A lot of people don't know much about you, especially here in the NA scene. So give us a little intro. Where are you, and where do you come from?
So I'm 21 years old, and I'm from Germany. I've played in the LEC the past 2 years for Schalke. It's been up and downs, like we've been pretty bad sometimes, but we also were like one of the like top 4 teams 2 times in the past 2 years. So it's been up and down, but I think I've performed pretty well myself. So I decided to make this jump into a new team to reach for even more, which is Worlds for me.
So I think for anyone who does know of you now, you know, they either know you from 100 Thieves, or a lot of people definitely know you from Schalke. What about before that? You know, where were you, you know, with the Royal Bandits, with Vitality Academy? You know, what was the timeline there before you even joined Schalke?
Before that, I've kind of been jumping around between a lot of different teams. I've played in Turkey a couple times, then in the German league, once bit in the French league. But my kind of biggest experience before coming to the LEC was playing in Royal Bandits in 2018 summer, where we went to Rift Rivals. Back then I was playing with Closer and Freeze, who are also now I'm working with in 100 Thieves.
Yeah, I think it's definitely good to reconnect with some old faces and old friends, especially now that, you know, you're back with Closer, you know, you're back with Freeze. I think it's like very friendly environment. You know, the team is very friendly. I had a question regarding Schalke. So, you know, you're on Schalke. What did you really learn from the team? Like, what were the ups and downs?
It's just always getting out of a slump, like, and even if you're feeling bad at some point, that you always can make it back into a good situation with the right mindset. I think that's one of the biggest things that I've taken away from it. And generally also just I've taken away that I have it in me, you know, and that I can be one of the best to help my team succeed.
So what are some of the things that you've done in LA since coming here?
Obviously, first I had 1 week of quarantine in the hotel. I had to look at the places that I'm gonna stay, like new apartments, and we went out only once in like Koreatown for like Korean barbecue, and played some board games at J afterwards, which was fun. But other than that, I haven't really had much time. Like, I went to some COVID tests and stuff like that, but it's not very exciting. So spent most of my time at the Cash App compound, Rocket Mortgage, League of Legends training room.
We gotta get this guy to do all of our sponsored reads.
Yeah.
He's nailing it.
He knows what he's doing. He's trying to get a raise very, very fast.
You play with the Closer before Royal Bandit and right now with the 100 Thieves. Is he doing better or worse?
I think I'm pretty washed up now.
He's pretty washed up. Back then he was young at least, like, you know, you want a young carry jungler, but...
Okay, yeah, that's enough.
He's playing a lot better now. He was already good back then, but he's just that much better now.
I'm just that good.
Another question I have for you is, what are you looking forward to most now coming into the LCS? You know, is it playing on stage? Is it playing in the LCS studio? What is it for you that's the most exciting about the LCS?
I would say it's just generally competing with my team and seeing the LCS studio like, for the first time. I've never been there, but obviously it's going to be a bit less exciting now because we still don't have fans and viewers right there, like watching live. But I still think it's going to be pretty nice.
No, good answer, good answer. Hey, listen, that was a bait question. They gave me that question. There was pretty much no answer you could have gave. Oh yeah, I could have said qualify for Worlds, but he's trying to be realistic here. All right.
Hey.
Sorry. My fault. I forgot everyone's here. My bad. Kind of incriminating myself here.
Who are you most looking forward to playing against on the LCS stage? Like, when you look down the mid lanes, there's a lot of European mid lanes. There's people you've competed against before. Is it a new opponent? Is it an old opponent? Like, who in the LCS are you targeting and being like, playing him on stage is going to be a real highlight?
I think I have to say that it's sperkz, because I haven't played that much against him, but he's always been really good, especially at international competitions. I mean, you could say that NALs is international between us, but obviously, like, I still think he's really good, and I'm looking forward to play against him.
It's either the perks or the Jensen, and I think now it's leaning definitely more towards the perks, especially with the recent
personally,
success.
I'm surprised he didn't go for Power of Evil, right? Because the German mid laner rivalry is there. So, any words for PoE? Any thoughts about Power of Evil?
Man, I just hope we're gonna have some fun in the mid lane. We can make a bro lane, farm it out, see who's better late game.
15 minutes, no rush.
I respect that. Is Perkz overrated, or is he just as powerful as everyone makes him out to be?
I mean, definitely I can see he's like perform well and then he pressuring well.
And obviously MSI is every region they are there and they were #1 in the league. So that's why they couldn't like play that well compared to in NA. But I don't think like that's the overrated a lot. Just like bad one season. Does not mean like he's worst player or something like that.
Yeah, maybe more a little overhyped than overrated. You know, I think we all can acknowledge sperkz' skill level, but at the same time, as anyone who is, you know, near the top of the fans' ratings, they're always going to be pushed even higher than where their skill level lies. So I think we can all agree on that. All right, now, before we get into the meat of it, we would like to thank our sponsor. During LCS matches all summer split long, tweet hashtag GHFeeds and share which local restaurant you're ordering Grubhub from for a chance to win some amazing prizes. You could win Grubhub gift cards, Hextech chests, and more. For every tweet, Grubhub will be donating $1 to the Restaurant Strong Fund. So now I have a question for the both of you. Probably going to be mainly headed towards Reapered, but how do we qualify for Worlds?
I mean, on a simple level, you look at the standings, we come in tied for 4th, so we're only 2 wins behind Cloud9 in 1st. So we inherit that scoreline from before your days, Reapered, before Abbedagge's days as well. We come in 2 wins off the top and 27-game regular season. It's definitely mixed up a bit because this will be the first season also where you've had the 3 games a week, right?
Yeah, I mean, the systems are changed a lot, but, you know, if the question is how do we qualify for the Worlds, then it's a simple no. Win some games more than before, and then get good. You know?
Yeah.
I don't know how to.
Make it sound really easy.
Yeah, I don't know how to other than that, you know? Like, get good at League of Legends, win some more games, and then, yeah, good to go.
You say I don't know how to, but I fully disagree. I think you know how to. You know, you're hired for a reason. You know what you're doing. You know, we have a very skilled set of players here, and I think you guys are only going to alleviate and, you know, help them elevate their skill level to, you know, eventually make that world run.
And I know you brought it up when we first spoke, but with the new summer schedule, top 2 is so important, right? Top 2 at the end of the regular season. You're 1 best of 5 away from Worlds. So I think that target is pretty clear for us, right, for regular season.
Yeah, that's gonna be our, I mean, my personal goal and our team score, but like not going towards a player score, you know? Like, I rather have a players are dreaming and thinking about their, rather be first player at the LCS or I wanna compete at the Worlds as a player, you know, I wanna be best player in my role, but I don't wanna them dreaming about, yeah, I wanna finish my regular season at top 2, you know?
Doesn't sound so good, does
Yeah.
it? Sounds too low, like, oh, top 2.
Yeah. I mean, top 2 is my humble goal, I guess.
All right, so for the matchup of the June 4th weekend, we have 3 exciting teams that we're going to be playing against. We have Immortals that we're starting off with, C9, and Dignitas. So what do we think about those matches?
Yeah, I have no clue how IMT will gonna play, so why not we toss to our players too?
Any thoughts on IMT, boys?
Easy dub.
There you go. That's the answer I wanted. I didn't expect to get that answer out of you guys, but at a closer, almost every goddamn time, we got that one. All right, so closer. Easy dub against Immortals. What do you think about C9, game 2?
It's gonna be fun because they won the summer splits. They played at MSI against the best teams, and pretty much like they improved at MSI. I hope so. I think they're gonna be even stronger if they didn't like burnouts. So it's gonna be exciting playing against them. We have the Reaper now. He will give us the techniques to beat his old team, and we will beat them.
True.
I was honestly expecting just the easy dub again, but I'm glad to get a little more of a real answer there. And now onto the 3rd game. We have Dignitas. What are you guys thinking about them?
Easy dub.
There you go.
Okay.
Wait, Abbedagge, what do you even know about Dignitas? Can you tell me anything about Dignitas?
Do you know Dignitas full roster?
When are they playing with I'm a Cutie Pie?
All right, I'm a cutie pie. Who else they got? There's 4 more players, you know?
I watched a lot more NA back then, but I don't know much about teams now.
He's got the confidence, doesn't need to know the roster.
You know, I think our mid jungle duo of Closer Abbedagge is definitely a little better than the Scar I will dominate. So I'm not worried too much. I think we got that one in the bag. So what I'm hearing from the players is bare minimum 2-1 first week, potential 3-0 if Cloud9 is
3-0.
that's defeated. 3-0. We're going with 3-0. Okay, bare minimum 3-0. There we go. You heard it here from Closer
really
first.
good to me.
I gave him a 2-1. I gave him the option. They wanted the 3-0. We'll leave it at the
What do you
3-0.
mean? Why are we already losing? We are going 3-0.
We are going 3-0. So we already talked about, Cloud9, Dignitas, and Immortals, but what is the matchup in the team that you're most excited to play against?
Probably just top teams, C9, TL, and TSM, because they are competing our world spot. And then we have to win against that we can qualify the worlds, right? So those three are definitely the excitest one, and then targeting, and then the other than that.
Yeah. I think I share the same sentiment, but how about we ask the players what they think, since they're going to be playing against these teams. What teams are you most excited to play against?
You got a pick?
You got a pick? What
Yeah.
teams are you excited?
Same answer, C9, TL, and TSM.
A big question we have here is Cloud9 really the powerhouse that everyone makes them out to be? We saw their Worlds run, we saw how they played in NA and how dominant they were, but do you think that they're unstoppable as everyone thinks they are, or what do you think of Cloud9?
For now, yeah. I guess they are a bit upper level than the other NA teams. But at the summer, everyone focus more and training more, prepare more against them. So we should be fine. We should be catch up. Yeah.
I'm really interested to hear what the players think. 'Cause I think the question on a lot of fans' minds is this idea of, did Cloud9 go to MSI and underperform? Like, were they almost there? Were they unlucky? Or was it their true level and thus they're not that strong a team? I think no one can really know that after watching MSI. You've heard a lot of good things about them behind the scenes. Asking you guys, how do you feel about Cloud9 now that you saw them play against international teams? Does it change your opinion about them, or are you still looking at them as the team to beat?
Honestly, I have no idea. We haven't scrimed with them since the MSI, and yeah, I didn't play much versus their players in solo queue as well, so I don't know if they're on form, I don't know if they improved or not, but definitely looking forward to play against them.
They had this performance at MSI where obviously they lost a lot, but most of these games they looked pretty okay, they could win these games, but then they always just kind of failed.
So, Abbedagge, what is your opinions and thoughts on the ever-debated EU versus NA? You're an EU player, you're European, now you're in NA, playing in NA. Don't give us no scapegoat answer, I want the honest truth out of you.
I don't feel like teams are much worse in NA than the EU, but it feels like in EU there's more individual talent and people are just a bit cleaner and they play a bit better.
Do you think a part of the being cleaner and playing a little better is due to NA players performing on 60 ping consistently and changing to 8 ping on LAN servers?
You didn't need to read that out. That did seem like that came from the heart.
I don't know what the cause is, but maybe I'll find out. You can ask me again in 1 year.
Maybe you'll be NA mid.
NA grandpa mid.
Alright, so this question I'm going to direct directly towards Huhi. What are your thoughts on NA's overall performance? Whether it be in NA at international events, what are your thoughts on the region?
Yeah, I mean, I do think we're right now definitely a lot weaker than other major region. You can clearly see from the international performances too, especially even in this MSI. I don't necessarily think Cloud9 had underperformed or anything like that. I just think they were kind of nervous. Their best performer, Blabber, wasn't performing that well. Fudge performed the best out of everyone on that team. I think that was very surprising. I just think, especially going into the international tournament, our weakness shows a lot. People are nervous and individual talent is not as talented compared to other regions.
Got it.
Maybe NA would be better if we don't play with 60 ping.
Yeah, I think we can all agree that the 60 ping is always, it's kind of a scapegoat answer that a lot of people definitely go towards. It has huge amounts of impact on the game and how you play, but it definitely isn't the only reason that NA is struggling, but it is definitely one of the reasons that NA is struggling. What are your thoughts on who the strongest regions are right now? I want you to give me, a top 4 list in order.
I would say the strongest regions at the moment would probably be LPL is a definite first. I think their top teams are really close in competition, and RNG just won MSI, so I think they're the strongest region, and then it would probably be LCK, would be a safe bet, and then Europe, and probably Taiwan, I guess. So
And then Turkey, and then Australia.
yeah, Australia had a pretty good showing too. So maybe we got to bring back OCE, but I think yeah, NA has a lot to prove at this Worlds.
So, Reaper, now that the meta has shifted a lot, you know, now we're in the summer split, patches change a lot, especially post MSI. What is the strongest role in the game right now?
I mean, League of Legends is always jungle deep, so jungler is by far best one.
All right, I think we're hearing some disagreement. Why don't we go down the line from Ssumday down? Each player, what's the most broken role right now? What do you think, Ssumday?
Team game is jungle. Solo rank, maybe bottom.
Why are we losing if team game is jungle? I don't think it's jungle. I think look, this is the honest answer. For solo queue, it's support and jungle. Actually, solo queue, everything is broken. For team game, I think it's just being a better team. Like, it's just that's it.
That's a wholesome
Being a better
answer.
team and jungle.
And draft is pretty important.
Jungle,
Okay,
draft, and
coach
team game.
jungle.
Look, I think we can all agree draft is the most OP, and then
Jungle.
jungle. Okay, jungle, and then mid lane is so OP.
Yeah. And then it doesn't matter.
It doesn't matter. What do you mean it doesn't matter?
You have 200 AP with 3 items.
Guys,
With NOP.
if jungle is so OP, why do we have no priority? How can I play?
They have a better
We need
jungle.
mid push, bot push, top push,
That comes with draft.
winning draft, then we can win.
Yeah.
I think we found the recipes for success to winning summer split and making it to Worlds. What's Abbedagge's thoughts on the most broken role?
So for solo queues, probably feels like bottom always carries when they're ahead. Even if there's a 5-0 mid laner, if enemy bot is like 5-0, you probably can't win.
A bad
I
big
agree.
story over here.
What about FBI and Huhi?
Solo queue, jungle, and competitive, probably jungle.
Solo queue, I will say it's support or jungle.
It's just bot lane.
But I will favor more towards jungle.
Got it.
Dude, this they need to roll up to jungle so they can understand.
I think anyone who doesn't play jungle can agree that jungle is the most broken role. And I can say that as a mid laner who played jungle and got to like a high rank. I can agree that jungle is a hard role. Definitely takes like the most focus, takes the most thinking. You have to look all across the map. But it is also the most broken role, and junglers are straight up delusional. So I'm glad we got that out of the way. What are the most broken champions now in the current patch that we're going to be playing on the LCS?
No leaks, please. No leaks.
Gwen looks pretty strong. Viego looks pretty strong.
New
And
champs?
Yeah, I mean, it's
Yeah.
Riot games. League of Legends, you know.
Yeah.
New champions are always broken, you know.
Any favorites from the players, or any like favorite broken champions you can finally play in this meta that you're excited to play on stage?
I actually look at the Gala. Kaisa is broken.
Yeah.
By far broken champion.
Agreed.
With champion,
Kaisa.
Kaisa, Ezreal, everything is so good.
And that's it for today's show. The LCS is about to start, and we are so excited to debut our 2021 summer roster today against Immortals. Make sure to cheer the guys on today, along with throughout the entire season. And thank you so much for watching.
See you.
Later.
I hope we're crazy good, you know, in the summer split. That's the goal, to be crazy good.